Alafia, aho, ase, namaste, and thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves. Today is a very, very special day. Not only do we have to say a lot of prayers for those who have lost their lives, today is the 11th of October, after the flood. So many things have happened, and we have to still pray for those who don't have power, for those who lost their lives during this time of the hurricane. Now, in blessings also to the Luo. He was Omo, a child of Asohano, and blessings to his life, Ibaye Lion Tenu. But the blessing of this, today a child of Obatala is born. With all blessings, love, and respect. Maferfun Obatala. We don't know yet who is his mother, but I'll tell you something. Where there is life, there is death. Where there is death, there is life and blessings. Do know everything happens for a reason and its own timing. So, for example, when we cry over those who are lost, we hold their spirit. So it's very, very hard for a lot of you to understand that, because it doesn't really reach that message to you until it really hits home that they're not here. So when it's close to home and it's your own family members and it's people that you loved, it's very hard. So my condolences to many people who have lost their lives, to those who have suffered the loss during the time of this hurricane. Now, a lot of people are safe in Florida, and the Santo, the Ocha that I'm hearing, it's still going on with all blessing, with all respect. So in hard work of the Madrina of this Santo, Maferfun Lorde, she still continued and still made sure that everything came out Odata in her Santo, and blessings to Obatala. Many, many people, when you come in and you're going into a ceremony, you have to leave your personal differences. You have to leave your personal problems at home. Because why? When a Yabo, when someone is being crowned in Orisha faith, we have to also think about them. This is their life. They're putting their life in your hands. Obatala, they say, is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Obatala also is the king of the white cloth. So everyone was instructed to wear white. In blessings, I'm in the house of Oshun. In blessings, I'm born from Oshun, Maferfun Yalorde, Maferfun to my father Achosi. But do know, when a Santo, when on Orisha faith, when we are in Orisha faith, we also think about that Yabo, because they made sacrifices to make sure that they are getting crowned for whatever reason it is. So it's like we're a whole team of doctors, a whole team of surgeons, and we have to make sure that everything is done right, because that person, that Yabo, we say Yabo. Yabo means the bride or the groom of Orisha faith that comes in with innocence as a baby. So do know, today in Florida, it's really sunny. It's really beautiful. Okay, it's a beautiful day. We're still praying for those who sacrificed to come here today. Some of them have no power. Some of them have no lights, but they still made sure that they were here for that person being crowned. So now you don't know the path of your Orisha, for example, Obatala, Oshun, Yemaya, until after when Ita is going on. So you get crowned first, then you have your drumming and celebration. The third day is the Ita, which is your book of life. So Maferfun Obatala, not only does he speak in many, many signs, especially Eunle in number 8. Some people have Eunle Meji, 8-8. That means the seat and the crown is very, very high. It also speaks in Yobe. So do know that Obatala, when you are receiving your beads or you're in a Leo, and for example, they ask you, oh, who is your father? Oh, Maferfun Obatala. Obatala is the king of the white cloth. He represents all heads. Now also too, they say that Obatala also was there when before man came to earth, when he sat with Olodumare and Olofi in helping the creation of human beings. So Obatala is also the Orisha that governs those who have who are albinos with all blessings. They are very precious and pure. Those with disabilities is governed by Obatala. Oftentimes when people are sick, they are also children of Obatala. So Obatala is, people underestimate Obatala. There's different paths. My path in blessing, Ayaguna. So Obatala is a fierce warrior. He is a fighter. So people think, oh, Obatala is, oh, he's peace and love. No, don't underestimate Obatala, as Obatala is very, very powerful and very keen and very wise and very sharp. So oftentimes when you see an owl at night, that is Obatala. When you know that you need help with wisdom, there are other Orishas, but Obatala is also very, very wise and very, very keen. So oftentimes, even for example, when Chango needed to be cooled down, why do you think a lot of the Elekes, they have white in the Eleke, red and white? This is for the calmness of Obatala. So Obatala not only presents himself as a very, very old Orisha, so even when we're dancing for him, we go forward, but he's also the young Orisha of Ayaguna and many other paths. So in blessings to Obatala, Obatala not only is able to save so many, especially those who have problems with their health, those who need stability, he will often, even as an Aleo, those of you who are not crowned in Orisha faith, that's what it means, but you were presented, you did get your initiation as far as having your Aleki ceremony, then you are an Aleo. You receive your warriors, but you're not crowned. That is what Aleo means. So in the beginning of that, we give a lot of respect to Obatala, okay? So oftentimes, even in thrones, in most Iles, Obatala is sitting at the high seat of the Orisha, and he is watching over his children and everyone that walks in that Ile. So Obatala is very, very strong, but also many paths of his life are very, very powerful. So for example, Ayaguna, there was a time when the people on the lands were at war, and no Orisha could bring these people to peace, to get along. So Olofi said, let's calm this village down. They keep fighting. Every Orisha went to stop them from fighting, but they didn't. Ayaguna elected himself, and he said, pick me, I will go, and I will stop them from fighting. Olofi said, okay, go ahead. So Obatala came back home, and he said, they're not fighting anymore. So he asked Ayaguna, which is the path of Obatala, the young warrior, how did you get them to be at peace? He said, oh, they're at peace, they're not fighting. He said, how did you do it? He said, well, I killed them all, so now they're not fighting anymore. Maferfun Obatala, that path is no joke. He also has a little drop of red because some say that he has the path of Chango, Kabio Sile. So Maferfun Obatala. But when there's a time when we all come together for any ceremony, it doesn't matter if you're of Hindu faith, if you are of Judaism, if you're Catholic, even when someone is receiving their confirmation or whatever it is, do know that you have to respect that ceremony because that's that person's life. When you had your chance to do it, you wanted the respect. And this ceremony so far is going really, really beautiful. And the energy is very high and very sacred. And I decided to make a video during this intermission. And blessings to all of you. Ache, stay safe, and lots of love.